Okay, so now that we have set the objectives, defined who the target is, and mapped the customer journey, what we need to design is the proper message. How are messages supposed to be? Well, messages to be good need to fulfill certain characteristics. They need to be simple, clearly state the main benefits. They also need to be credible, which means they need to be aligned with the company identity. They need to be authentic. And also they need to be memorable. And for memorability, creativity is key. So, do you remember the positioning statements from week 1? Of course you do. Remember, at the end of the day, customers have very limited attention span to remember all the new messages about all the products and services. So the messages need to be simple, clear, understandable, and credible. With these sentences, you should be able to summarize the positioning. Positioning, in addition to being something that you say, is really what the customer thinks or how she thinks about your product or service. Do you recall from week 1 this launching of the Santander Serfin credit card, the Lite product? Of course you do. Let's see if we can think about and fill in the blanks for the launching of that product. For those of you who need access to credit, Santander Serfin Lite, it is the cheapest card in the market because it charges the lowest interest rates amongst all the credit cards in the Mexican market, because Santander Serfin Lite is not filled up with points, insurance, and all those extra unnecessary things. As you can see, that's a very concise, credible, and simple and memorable statement to make about the launching of a credit card. Or do you remember the case of Dodot Activity launching the iPañal? How will you fill up the blanks for this positioning statement? For those of you who care the most about the comfort of your most precious ones in your family, Dodot Activity is the best diaper in the market because it has been able to replace paper with an absorption gel, which keeps the liquid away from the baby's skin for up to 12 hours, and in addition allows the baby to walk very comfortably. So as you can see, messages need to be short, concise, credible, and memorable in order for them to be effective. On the other hand, as of late, and given the impact of social media on how we conduct business, there is also 3 rules for designing content, particularly in B2B segments, also known as inbound marketing. It needs to be non-disruptive or permissive, if you wish. Second, it really needs to be relevant. You need to be able to provide the right content at the right time to the right people. And in B2B purchases, typically there is multiple parties involved. Technical departments, accounting, financial, sometimes the user of the software or service, and so forth and so on. And everyone deserves the right content provided to them at the right time, as they're all trying to fulfill very different goals or accomplish very different objectives, such as pricing, better after-sales service, best technical capabilities, etc. So you should think about designing your webinars, white papers, or working through influencers to be able to send the right messages to the right target within the companies. Finally, you need to be able to claim some authority. And by this I mean stating something in which you are best or better than most other people, right? So a combination of authority, things you know about, and things that customer cares about is the right or sweet spot, and you ought to keep it in mind when designing your content strategy.